I have I have a confession to make, which is that I'm complete fake. I wrote a letter to my father once and confessed to having trashed his car. And after making up all sorts of stories about how the Freemasons were trying to kill me, but I was just trying to kill myself because I couldn't go and get a pretty good job in Reading, and they'd gone on holiday, and they'd borrowed my car because it was a bit more economical, and I had my dad's car. And I drove very fast on the way back because I was so angry after the interview. And I wrote to my father and I said, I've only read a few lines of philosophy. I said that when this revolution's over, I'm going to have to apologize to a lot of people. And I need to apologize now. And I prayed. I prayed once. I don't know who I prayed to. I thought I had found God, and I thought God was something to do with nature, something to do with thought, something to do with wholeness, something to do with deep ecology, something to do with women. And so I prayed and I said, make me the most valuable person and I will serve you for the rest of my life. But I didn't know who I had made that promise to. And that was a prayer. That was a silent prayer. And I told Patty about this when she took me for a cup of coffee. She and a friend met me in the Plaza Obispo in Cochabamba. The bishop that was responsible for the plata, the money, has a plaza dedicated to him, and there are these geometric pillars in it in Cochabamba, and I was sleeping there for a while outside the Rincon Argentino, which was this little restaurant which I imagine Che Guevara had retired in after he decided not to fight the war. And actually he hadn't died, he just retired to Rincon Argentino. And one day they gave me something with lemon juice and salt in it, and it was something to stop me from blubbing like a baby. That's what Bolivians give to children when they cry too much. And I got really angry. I said, I know what that means. Your coded messages. And at that time I was actually communicating with people on my mobile phone in I'm acting now. I'm trying to be calm and passive, but I was communicating like a madman. That was the time when I sent a crazy message about identification, online identification. And I said, how do you know? I'd read something about IBM's cloud identity system. And I made a video. I think that was probably my first video. I said, how do you know that a little girl in a village, she doesn't know what's attacking her village, and she wants to send a message? How are you going to be able to identify her? And I think it wasn't John Crowcroft. It was the guy who worked for IBM that worked at the lab. I've forgotten your name. You said, Ian, get some help for your teeth. And my teeth at the time were actually pretty okay. It was just that the coca sticks in between your teeth. That kind of stuff was going on. Anyway, Patty was around at that time, and Patty and her friend were sort of hanging around me, and then she took me to Pawichi, which is a chain of sort of a bit ersatz-looking restaurantes campesinos with southern Bolivian food, Santa Cruz style cooking. That's another promise I broke. I told a guy in Rurinabaki, I said, I'll see you in Santa Cruz. And he ran away. He wasn't. He was in a car. He drove away. And I never made it to Santa Cruz. So I'm sorry. I'm a fake Jesus. I'm a fake God. I'm a fake Buddha. I was watching that. I was watching Sadhguru and his. I've forgotten the name of the Krishnas. It's just passed recently. The birthday of Lord Krishna. Come on, can I remember it? I'm no good at Sanskrit. Pratityasa Mutpada is the only Sanskrit I know. The veil of Maya. Doesn't seem like a veil in Mexico. Anyway, so I've been cleaning up my act and presenting myself as a sane guy, and I'm now going to show you what happens when the same guy meets a real Jesus on the street who's not acting, and he's actually lived it, and I think he's the one who built this. He was something to do with the thing at Radlett, at Aldenham School. When I went up through Steve Coote's farm, and Steve Coote kicked me out of the front gate, I had been trying to get back where I'd gone the night before, which was I'd taken the public footpath off Watling Street, and the footpath was, I'd missed it as I walked up, and I'd gone too far north, too far towards the power lines. And when you get to the power lines, there's some poles in there. They're not marked with a footpath sign, but it's an opening in the hedge with a couple of, I think one of them is a gas pole, one's an electricity pole. And at night, you can't see that there's no sign saying footpath. So I went through there thinking that I was on the footpath because I was trying to get back to this little refuge that I'd found. And I don't want to take too many diversions here, but that's how I ended up making that movie where I said, look, I know we're not Dean Hurley and David Lynch, but can't we make an online TV series about, I can't remember what I was talking about at that point. I was on a David McCullum and Joanna Lumley, Sapphire and Steel gig. So if you go on the exit before that, you walk up the footpath, it gets a bit hard to follow, especially at night later on. And I ended up, I swear, in the back of the school connected with Aldenham, and it's called, sorry, Sinead's looking at my ear again. And it's called, well, that in itself is blasphemy, isn't it? I mean, okay. I'm the soldier who had his ear cut off. I just learnt that from Polly Jean Harvey. Peter. So, where are we? You go up there anyway, and in the back, I'm sure it said Beavers, Beevors, not Beavers as in what you are before you're a brownie, and not Beaver as in I can't remember the Latin name. Anyway. So, anyway, I should just confess to still being a fake. It's just that I'm in England. I cleaned up my act and started to try and look like a fake IT professional or bank manager or something like that. And let's have a look at the real deal. Oh yeah, Houdini, Dua Lipa. She's Brazilian, I think. Sounds Brazilian, or I don't know. I don't know much about her, but I've seen her name a lot, and or maybe she's a scripting language. I don't know. So I met. See, how about that? I can't even remember his name now. Louis, Lui, Louis. That's not his real name. His real name is a Spanish name. He's from Tenerife. And he lived there on the beach. He said it's a beautiful, beautiful, warm place. And something went wrong. And he somehow ended up in England. And I said I'd pass. I said I live here. I go for a walk every day. And I didn't go for a walk today. I didn't meditate. I didn't do anything. So I'll finish the story with Sadhguru. Sadhguru was doing the thing. I thought, no, am I going to have to be? I'm going to have to be Krishna as well. I can't cope. I got to be Krishna, Buddha, Jain. I mean, those are fairly easy to combine. Jesus, and then there's all this dark stuff, and it's chaos. And I'm totally schizophrenic. So watch, when I talk to somebody who's good, he's just sitting in the street doing what a beggar would do if a beggar was any good. He's made himself a den in the woods, which I could have done in Bolivia. He's playing the guitar. I could have done everything that he's doing. I could have done in Bolivia. But I wonder, I'm not sure that people in Bolivia would be particularly impressed by that, because that's what they're doing. But anyway, I was always trying to impress people. I was always telling them what my salary was that I left behind. And Cambridge ramped it up. I thought, I don't remember earning then 50,000. But if you say that, then I did. I think I told them that I earned 30,000 a year. Well, I remember it was 2,000 a month came into my account. So that was 24,000. Yeah, so I thought I was on a salary of about 30,000, but if it was that much higher that Cambridge say, then that's fine. That was apparently the salary that I left. But I thought it was 30,000. And in order to make up my savings, I did a lot of teaching. And not because I didn't enjoy the teaching, I thoroughly did, but I did the teaching for Fitzwilliam, and I charged them. And some of my colleagues, and maybe this is why I didn't do very well in college, some of my colleagues said, we don't put in a bill for tuition. We do it free. And I thought, well, I'm going to do it. I'm going to save up some money and go somewhere. So I was planning to go for a long time. And maybe when you're planning to go, people know that you're planning to go, and things change. So I've been going on and on and on about Cambridge and paranoia and people being killed by Microsoft and all of this stuff. And really just to make an excuse for my appalling behavior. And now the whole world has turned into my some kind of lunatic asylum just to contain me. See, so I'm right. We should do this something, and you can get on with your lives and live like decent people. You don't have to have this fucking monster. Because let's now go. Let's leave Dua Lipa. You can look at it for yourself. The latest thing is Houdini. The only time I maliciously punched someone was Maxwell Cook. He was my friend, and he did some slightly weird things, but they didn't do me any harm. And one day he came up to me quite playfully, because he was 2 or 3 years. He was quite a lot younger than me. He came up playfully with a punching thing, and it was complicated because I didn't get on very well with his brothers, Jamie and Corbett. And I was scared shitless of Jamie because he beat up Ashley Watson right in front of me. I didn't do anything about it. He beat the crap out of Ashley Watson. And we all just stood there and watched him. And we didn't do anything. And Corbett held me by the thing once and made me fart. I was scared of his bigger brother. And so the two of them, and then Maxwell comes along and playfully does the punching thing. And I was upset about something. It was the last day of term or something like that. And I just gave him an underhand, perfect winding in the solar plexus and left him lying on his bed, unable to breathe. And it was sort of, what do you do that for? And I just kind of walked off. And then later I went to him and apologized, and blubbing like a baby. Anyway, Harry Houdini died. Somebody punched him in the stomach while he wasn't expecting it, because they'd seen his stage act when he was expecting it. And I've been kind of hoping for that too. I'm garbage, but what you're trying to make me is not what I can be. So look what happens when I start talking about Jesus with somebody who's Jesus for real. This guy's the real deal, and you can see the two of us, and you can hear how totally schizophrenic I become. Watch this. What do I do? My videos, or is it your channel? I can't remember. It's your videos. You see, these are all for you. I do it all for you. No, it's not my videos. It's on the hard disk here, so it's out. It's out. This was I made just after taking that photograph of the hospice shop. That was when I was trying to be the hurt little boy whose mummy's died of cancer and stuff. And now here you see me 10 minutes later talking to a guy on the street about Jesus. And there are no heartbreaking chord changes. Oh, it's because it's on headphones. Sorry. You don't know that you suffer in that trauma. Yeah. You know that something's wrong with you. You know that you have aggression and you have break dependent leg, and you know that you are average person in the brain, average, and you are average person. And you know that average person, right? You apply yourself, you can be a genius. You know, average person, you apply yourself, you put your heart into anything, and you are a genius. You become a genius. Genius is available for everyone. You are a genius. You need to. Everyone is, yeah. To listen to me, you are fucking doing a very clever person, very beautiful brain and beautiful heart, yeah. Because you're stopped to listen to me, right? That's very special. That vape is alcohol and tobacco, I think. So wait to see what I say next.
It's natural. It's natural. Every child is born a genius, and then we fuck them in the school.
Yeah. When I was saying to my family, I'm successful now. Nothing more. Today, I'm successful. I am successful. I am successful. I want to do anything in my life to be successful. I have a good job and a salary, I'm successful, I am. The universe, whatever you want to call it, God, whatever you want to call it, gave me for free a planet.
I knew that. I knew that when I was a kid.
8 billions of people to enjoy, right?
You just look at you look at this. Why is that here? And
Small things. Yes.
everything, all the time, all the time.
What about when you live in paradise every day, when you don't have anything? I'm going to this.
Do you know Muhammad who wrote the Quran?
Yeah.
I only read the Quran once, but I read quite a lot of it. And the thing is, all the way through, he keeps talking about Al-Furqan, Al-Furqan. Al-Furqan is the light. Al-Furqan is everywhere. It's how you see. It's everything. And you can't see it. The people can't see Al-Furqan.
I understand that perfectly.
And
you can.
it's everywhere. It's everywhere. It's everything.
You can.
And the child can see it.
Exactly. And you can see because you are a
Yes.
child, you are pure inside.
Yeah.
You can absorb anything that
Yeah.
it makes sense to you. You absorb it. Like me. You know, I learn from the best people, the best brains. I learn. Right?
Yeah.
You don't have to go to university. You just like you, people like you, start and teach me. And I do my
No, you just told me about Jesus.
I was feeling from the very beginning, 8 years old, I feel myself, I was used because of the way I thought.
I wasn't recording it at the beginning, and then I suddenly decided that I needed to be recording this, and then I put the camera on. So that we'd been sitting there for a while, I think. Maybe someone else has got some video of that.
I understood life from 8 years old, right? 8 years old. I had 13, I was so abused and humiliated and so traumatized by my
This is
family.
Louis, by the way. L-U-I. He calls himself Louis because it means him.
But my own family, because the way I see life, because I felt in life from the very beginning, from 8 years old, I felt enlightened and I was so grateful to Jesus Christ, to the character, that character, whether he exists or not.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
It was the story of that life. That story makes you turn you into, right?
One day we must go to a cross. There's a new church. They built a new church in Radlett. It's a village. Can you walk? Have you got good shoes?
Yeah.
You need better shoes than that because it's muddy.
Okay.
Maybe we'll find you some shoes and we go and walk. There's this church with a cross on it.
Don't feel like you have to do
And it
anything
is
for me, don't you?
no. I want to go with you to see this church because you will see this cross. It's fucking huge. And I looked at it and I said, holy shit.
Today you gave me 100 pounds.
Imagine carrying...
I appreciate 100 pounds. I really appreciate
No.
100 pounds. Listen, no more.
Don't worry about that. No,
It's friend.
don't worry. No, but we will sort out shoes because my shoes are crap as well. I couldn't get good shoes.
Don't.
No, it's okay.
So I promised to sort his shoes out. I haven't met him, and it's dark now. I'm not going to go out.
It's okay. Don't worry about it.
From now on, you said it to me.
No, I know.
Money change you.
No,
money
it
change
helps
you.
sometimes.
It's the worst addiction in the world. It's the worst addiction in the world, and it's not
Yeah.
recognized by everyone.
No, it is.
You recognize it. I do recognize it. Thank you for your
Yeah.
From now on, what it means to me more, what it did to me is having a good friend like you.
Yeah.
Right?
But I want to go to this church with you to see this cross because I looked at that cross and I said out aloud, something like better you than me. I couldn't carry that. It's big. It's a big cross.
In the church, when I was in the church, they don't like me because I talk about Jesus Christ. When I go there, because it's a Jesus place, right?
Yeah.
You know, because
Yeah.
you can't really talk really about Jesus
Yeah.
Christ, right?
Yeah.
You should be talking about Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
And when I went to the church, I talked freely. No drug, nothing.
Sorry, my arm's getting
I'm
tired.
doing meditation and breathing exercise and looking after myself and doing yoga and doing making the best of
You meditate?
no addiction. I have no addiction. I have no addiction. I have no addiction. Right? No addiction. Right? No many people can say that I have no addiction to money. No addiction to drugs. No addiction to anything. I feel myself from that. The best experience I give in my life is not having addiction.
So you don't drink. You don't drink because your breath smells of drink. You drink a little bit.
I drink and I take all drugs, but I'm not addicted to anything.
Okay.
I reject addiction.
Okay.
My trauma made me for many years be addicted to AIDS.
Right. Hi. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
So I don't think there's much of substance beyond this, is there? No.
We're kind of in the way here. This is somebody's house.
Thank you very much. Sorry. Sorry.
Anyway, so we go up the road. I can't preview on Microsoft. There it is.
You want me to be better than he was. If he was there here right now, he wants me to be better than he was. He's not someone that I need to adore and
Yeah.
suck his kid. He never want to.
That's how I felt.
Suck his kid. He want me to be better than he was.
Yeah.
He want me to.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it.
Jesus Christ want me to be better than he was
Yeah.
in my lifetime. Right? I'm trying to do it. The reason I have just appreciation for him, right? I hope he exists, right?
We will one day. We got to get it right.
I hope he
We got to figure it out.
I hope he
The thing I had about it was that I couldn't read anything he wrote, because when I tried to understand it, I could feel people when I read what they'd written. When I read their words, like Muhammad, when I read the Quran, I felt there was a man there, and it was clear. It was one man wrote that book. That was obvious. But when you read the New Testament, it's a whole lot of stories from lots of other people.
I like to think that
One story.
I like to think that he was so fucking good, really, that
He didn't need to write.
He did it with his life.
I thought that, but then
He used the, I told you, the reciprocity, the psychological side.
Yeah.
Someone does something, psychology says that something is something for you, right? We tend, our nature, human nature, social beings, right, is that you want to do something for the person the next time if you can. Right, you feel that you have to do something for the person.
Yeah,
right? That's how society. That's how evolution is being affecting us. Right, you do something that for me I feel I'm very grateful.
Yeah.
I feel very happy because you helped me, and now I want to do something for you. Right,
Yeah.
this is a way psychology and I agree. Why? Why in that way? You need to do something good for someone that needs something good to us.
Yeah.
To keep the society running very well and very smoothly.
Yeah.
Right? So we have that feeling. I knew that we have that feeling.
Is this yours?
No. I stayed there before.
That's the thing I slept with last night.
Yeah, I'm fine there. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll show you the pictures. I'm sorry for giving you a hard time, man. I know I talk too much.
No, that's okay.
I'm so grateful you are here. So grateful.
I'll turn this off now. Hang on.
Yeah, don't worry.
So then he showed me he's got a mobile phone, and they've just done the switch over from the card to the disc or something, I think. This thing seems, I got a message coming up, I don't know what it's about. So then he showed me he's got a mobile phone, and he's got this whole castle that he's built out in the bush.
So you managed to keep your phone?
All that is in my phone.
And nobody steals your stuff?
I'm in a place where no one knows I am.
Yeah.
It's very big, very beautiful. I took a lot of stuff.
Okay.
And every time I come here, I find like that, chairs and this. And I decorate it very beautiful. I got plenty teddy bears, right? I got, fucking, that's what I will go, a bike, my things, my teddies,
Okay.
I feel happy. It's like a nursery, like a beautiful place in the middle of the nature, right?
Right.
Look, this is where I practice my piano and guitar and everything.
Oh, that's fantastic.
This is what I see every day. I'm blessed with, with the paradise. I'm in paradise.
So
At this point I started getting very cold.
I don't know my own number, man.
Okay.
That's the only thing.
Can I give you my number?
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Yes.
078.
You can have you.
Yeah. Yeah, it's great.
Look at it. Very good. Look at my books. I got books. Look, books. All
So
books.
yeah, I want to
In the
come and
middle-
visit.
In the middle of nature, in the middle of the brambles, that brambles and stuff, right? No one can get in, and I make a path,
Okay.
right? Through a tree, right? Through
Okay.
a tree, I made a path, and I go into the bushes underneath.
Are
right?
you doing anything now?
No.
Do you want to come to my place? So it's a little bit warmer. It's still cold. The room's freezing, but it's
No, I'm not, because I've been,
because I'm cold now.
okay, I've been, listen, I'm going to tell you the truth. I've been taking drugs, trying to make the best of myself to the guitar.
Okay.
I'm not succeeding, not doing very well. I'm like Amy Whitehouse right now, doing drugs and fucking up everything.
Amy
but
Whitehouse fucked up really well.
Yeah.
She was good.
Oh, fucking hell, yes. What a waste,
No,
I don't want to end up like her. I'm trying, my view is completely different. I want to make the best of
I'm not
it,
sure
the
Amy
best
Whitehouse wasn't murdered.
Right?
Okay.
And as soon as I make a good song and I make a hit and become very successful with guitar and singing, because when you have just love in you, when you feel rich, when you feel successful every day, when you look at the world like I do, like it's my fucking home, the whole fucking planet. I'm successful. I've been giving that the whole planet. No billionaire can be more rich than me. I feel already there, rich. I'm already enlightened.
I used to feel like that when I was in Cambridge, but
everyone should. I wish that everyone feel like I feel every day of their life. I'm a privileged person. That's why I want to pay Jesus Christ back what He did for me. He said, and He wanted me to be better than Him. Fine. He doesn't say how good He was. Fine, but I want Him to be in me, to His Spirit to be in me and act in me and enlighten the world to come back again. He said, the whole come back again.
But look at it. I don't think he wanted this. I don't think he wanted that. I think he wanted something better.
Look at this in my head, right? Look at my head. I share with some people, right?
Yeah.
Not many people, right? I'm sharing with you. This is very important to me.
Yeah.
Some people have as archetype Einstein, they want to be as good as Einstein. And Einstein would say, no, be better than me, just be better than me. Don't go to the next level,
Yeah,
don't be like
I don't like the ego thing.
Don't try to be better than me. So we have, if we be scientists, right, like to look at Einstein as an archetype, right, they should think that Einstein wanted to be better than them. I mean, want them to be better than him, right? Jesus Christ, the same thing, is my archetype, right? It's not a religious thing, it's just the way the Catholic world brought it, right? The Christianity brought it. He gave me Jesus.
But why a man? Why not a squirrel or a bear?
You can't choose anyone. You can't choose anything. You can't choose.
Just because the squirrels and bears can't write? Yeah, they're perfect.
I look at the birds and the squirrel where I am, right, and I think, you don't need money, do you? And I tell them, you need money, you're fucking happy. You're really happy, ain't
They're not happy. They're scared, but then they forget that they're scared, and then they eat the nuts, and they live in the moment.
They teach you a lot. Animals teach you a lot.
Yeah, I'm getting cold, but look after yourself, man. Okay, look after yourself.
The conversation carries on, so it was a sort of I don't know. I should have got warm and talked to him or something, or we should have shared the he had a history of child. He's been abused as a child, and I mean, somebody invited me back to their house. I was very, very leery of it. Robert Edinger. Yeah, you see, I mean, talk about making mistakes, hey? But anyway, I did go to Robert Edinger's house, but I think not until he bought me a tablet PC. I had to, because I had a job, didn't I, Robert? Okay. So I go on. I'm going to post this other video in full, and you can see the rest of it. You see the madman. Well, we've got to do the madman now.
The next time, right?
Yeah.
We talk normal. I'm not.
No, it's okay.
Normal.
It's okay. I want to fix this. Because look, this is ugly. This is so ugly. The cars, they go fast.
Let's do it. Change it.
They don't go past there fast. They go past the forest fast.
Listen, Einstein had a plan. Einstein had a plan. He had a plan. Yeah, God doesn't play dice with his plan, I think. This is not, I'm not playing dice. I gave you £100 because me and my wife are going to go on a spaceship and we are going to plunge into the sun. And people are going to remember and they're not going to forget this shit. They're not going to forget this shit. I promise you. Okay, see you tomorrow. Yeah, here. Somewhere here. I walk past 2 or 3 times a day. I always go for a walk up the hill.
Tomorrow will be much better than today, right?
No, that's okay. That's okay.
I come back tomorrow and
yeah.
sleep right.
But Jesus Christ had no ego.
No.
He had no ego. He got rid of it. That's why we don't know who he is.
That's why.
But his last words are
Yeah.
not indicative of that.
Jainism.
Yes,
every single creature, everything is sacred.
In practice, this is the I practice. I'm not really special, but I practice religion. Religion, I practice being full of shit. That being
you can be dirty and you can be given
life.
life.
That's how you get rid of your ego.
You're right.
The closest way.
Yeah.
And you don't live your best, right? When you are dirty. When
I'm
you are
shit,
rejected,
but inside I'm okay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then you have the power. The power inside you.
Okay, you too.
Okay, tomorrow.
See you, man.
See you tomorrow.
Yeah.
Or you want to go?
I'll be here. I come past every day. I live here. Promise.
I want to be your friend.
I'm staying here until we go to the sun. And we're going to the sun within a year. Okay, I got 1 year.
I want to sit.
See, I got fed up.
No, don't worry about it. Okay. Yeah, I'll see you. Yeah.
It's about talking to people in fishing villages and they never say the last word.
Otherwise, Sinead O'Connor is going to go nuts.
So I say he better turn up, and I don't turn up. Oh, as a pit stop, Sinead. So I was thinking that spacesuits might be the way to go. I still haven't even calculated. And Elizabeth, look how she looks at me with all this is going on. Look how she looks. I haven't hugged her all night. But that look, it depends on the angle of the book. When it's like that, she's not approving of anything. But if I just look at her straight, she just looks terribly hurt. And I thought about Julia Hawkins and Nick Cave's bloody song, Jubilee Street, and shooting her down. The first thing I saw of that wasn't the video. It was just that just listening to it with that still graphic on the cover of Nick going like this and the naked girl. And then when I heard this, they shot her down, I thought somebody for real has killed women because of me, because of what I'm doing or what I think I'm doing or what I'm deluded by. And when you feel like that, you start feeling it, you start stressing. Because you think that, well, this, I should shut up. I should shut up and meditate. I should read the Bible and go to church and pray, because I do not want to be the cause of more evil, even if it's because I'm trying to make things better. And I think that's, in the end, why this kind of Christ impulse with a small c turns up. I'm sorry, Gigi, I unsubscribed because I thought the impulse thing was a bit harsh, but look at me, I'm about to crucify my girlfriend and my wife. I can't tell whether she's my girlfriend or my wife. I mean, I went to the Church of England and listened to the banns of marriage 7 times or something, and at no time did I speak up. I thought it was for others to speak up, not me, but it was for me to speak up. I should have said, no, this is wrong. No, this is wrong. I wanted to get married in a registry office, and I thought, well, who the fuck does that? We didn't have a prenup. So there you go. Here's fake Jesus. And I still think that I don't want to sit and be reborn. I'm okay with who I am. I'm sorry, I'm just so fucking intolerable. Shoot me, please.